Investigators say they've arrested one of the world's biggest child porn distributors. People, they've been tracking John Sheeran, the man you see there, on child porn websites and busted him at his Florida apartment on his 51st birthday as he was transferring videos.
Agents busted Sheeran for downloading and distributing child pornography from his apartment. They believe they found up to 1 million images and videos on his computers.
He ended up being identified as one of the top downloaders and sharers of child pornography in the state of Florida, actually #1.
They say just as disturbing a stash of young children's clothes in the suspect's apartment, much of it underwear. What did he tell you about the clothes?
He advised that he utilizes them himself, but it's virtually impossible.
Meaning he wears them?
That would be the indication from his statement.
Sheeran's neighbor, James Boyer, worries the kids were the reason he lived here.
A lot, a whole lot. I mean, there's more kids than I can count, from all ages. He'd be out here, and we'd be talking, my daughter would be playing, and my neighbor, his son would come out, and my daughter and his son would play. And he'd be out here with us.
Stacey Yanowitz is a Florida prosecutor with the Sex Crimes Unit and author of My Privates Are Private. And she joins us by phone now. Stacey, thank you so much. We hear so many stories about people who do this, and we hear that they're in jail and then they're out. And we want to know, how long is this guy going to go away?
Well, listen, I mean, you're talking about over 1 million images. This guy's looking at a life sentence. And so you can be assured on a case like this when he's known to be or they think he is one of the largest distributors that this guy is not going to see the light of day.
What about people he may have worked with?
Well, I mean, you know, a bust like this is really instrumental because you're hoping that if you nab somebody of his caliber, that you're going to be able to kind of break down the system. Unfortunately, I'll be honest with you, this goes on all over, and although he's the #1 distributor, it's not going to stop other distribution, but hopefully it'll slow it down and they'll be able to, you know, maybe he'll talk, maybe he'll give names of people. You just don't know what happens when someone's taken into custody. So hopefully they'll be able to debrief him, hopefully he'll talk, and maybe he'll give indication as to who he distributes to. But basically on a law enforcement level, if they're able to track this, they're able to track others that are involved. So hopefully this will be the start of a huge downfall of these child, you know, porn distributors.
Yes, that's what I was hoping. What do police do with all of those photos and videos? I mean, they were saying 1 million images.
Well, without divulging, you know, what law enforcement does on these child porn investigations, certainly they're not for public viewing. They're kept in evidence, and they're kept as part and parcel of the investigation because we have to determine whether or not he's going to go to trial or he's going to take a plea. We're going to really have to see how the investigation rolls out. But they're out of the public foray, and they are out for, you know, they confiscate everything that they possibly can. They've been tracking him for a long time to have the ability to make an arrest of this size. You know, they've been watching him for a very long time.
All righty. Hey, Stacey, thank you so much. Jen, go ahead.
The part about this that may floor you, too, is she's talking about all of these millions of images. One of them could be your kid. Yeah, with their clothes on. Child porn is growing because of, partly due to Facebook. 200 million images a day get uploaded. That's just all the images. But a lot of them are innocent pictures of kids. I know I do it sometimes. Maybe they're on the beach in a bathing suit, though. But pedophiles take those beautiful pictures of yours for completely other reasons and put them on porn sites. Now, Facebook has a filter that's called photo DNA to try and stop that from happening. But, you know, it's a horrible thing to start thinking about in your privacy controls. Now, Mark Klass joins us live from Pensacola, Florida. Of course, Mark, you may know, for his daughter, Polly, who was kidnapped and murdered. What is the way that you warn parents? Because I think people just, they never think that those beautiful pictures could be used in a way like this.
Well, unfortunately, people are very proud of their children. The children are very beautiful, and they're going to post those on Facebook and other social networks. What happens is oftentimes these characters will take these images and they'll Photoshop them onto other images so it looks like a new image. That's sort of the way the Facebook DNA program works. It's checking backgrounds, et cetera, to make sure that the proliferation doesn't continue. So basically, I think what parents have to do is limit the number of photos of their own children that they put on Facebook, unfortunately.
What are some ways that we could try to monitor this and try so that it doesn't happen to our kids?
Well, listen, people are going to Photoshop these kinds of images. Obviously, we have to know where our kids are. We have to make sure that they're with another trusted individual at all times, and we have to know who the offenders are within our own community. You can use Megan's Law for that kind of information because a lot of these guys already have a history of sexual predation of some sort or another. Law enforcement knows who many of these individuals are. They just simply don't have the resources to go in and arrest them as they did with this particular individual.
Mark, we so appreciate what you're doing and bringing such awareness to parents out of everything you've been through. Thank you for being